Welcome to this OptimizePress Clubhouse video. Today we're looking at a brand new template called Arrow. Now here it is on the screen. This template has just got some nice touches to it which really allow you to highlight certain parts of the page. And as you can see here, we've got arrows pointing in different directions or highlighting the main focal points of this page. So just looking at the top here, we've got a simple heading. We've got the Open Sans font with a -2 pixel spacing, which just nips those letters together more. You can see that they're slightly closer, much nicer to look at a font like that. Sometimes it looks nice with this page. And then below that, we've got the subheading again using the same font style. And then we drop down into the video section, so you can use this to maybe even sell your content, use it as a video, like a promotional page. Maybe you have got something to sell, you could use it as a sales video. And then dropping below that, we then have a featured box area, which we've included with a slight little different background color. And then below that, into the call to action here. And if we click on that, we open up the overlay optimizer, bringing through the same color and the same style into the overlay box as well. Now the page itself is quite unique. It's got some custom CSS just to lay out some of the spacing and things on here that you can see. And also we've got these arrows, which are images, and we've got this nice handwriting font. So it really puts a focal point of the page onto the video here. And then the one below, with the getting started below, we've got that arrow that drops down into this section, taking the eye to read any content you put in below here. Maybe a short, subtle message encouraging people to click through, and then down into the button here, the call to action. Now the page itself is very clean. This is it. Don't need to scroll anywhere. There's nothing else to it. But I want to show you a couple of things inside the live editor. And I'll show you one other thing just now. If I resize the browser, you'll see this page has been designed so these arrows will actually disappear when used on a mobile device. So if I just drag and resize the browser now, if we sort of go to, let's say, a landscape page on like sort of the iPad, that you can see the arrows are still there. And if we went into portrait mode on the iPad, you can see the arrows disappear. And then obviously if we drop down to mobile device, there'll be no arrows as well. I'm not displaying this through mobile. I'm just literally dragging the browser just to show you the different effect that we've put in to these arrows. So they appear or they disappear depending on the browser device size. So I will show you how you do that inside the live editor right now. If we jump in, and you can see here's the page itself. Now these arrows and all this content and the spaces, every element inside OptimizePress has this feature. And if you click on the little cogwheel, you can see here we highlight or we tick the box here. It says hide element on mobile phones, hide element for tablets. So that's all we've done for these text and these arrows. We've gone to the cog and we've checked that little box to hide the arrow, hide the image on a mobile device and on a tablet. And that's the same for any element inside OptimizePress. You can highlight that little checkbox in the cogwheel and it will turn off that element whenever it's seen on or whenever the page loads on a mobile device or a tablet. So that's how we've done that. It's a simple setting inside. You don't have to do anything. The CSS behind the scenes does all that. It just makes the page or makes the content disappear when on a particular browser size. Now also one thing to note with this template is that due to some custom CSS we've put in place to align all the spacing, we advise that you don't add any content above. If you're going to add any new rows and any new content, suggest you go down here to add new row, and then you can add your content below it. So this template has got some custom CSS which we've spaced things out with. So we advise don't add anything inside or in this content area, the main content area. Add any new content below that. You could obviously remove this button or this row and you could add more content in. The reason being, if you do add content above, it might not position correctly due to the custom CSS we've put in place. And that's the thing with these Clubhouse templates, we try to make them unique to you. So one of the features of this is actually the spacing, how we've aligned certain elements around. So any questions, obviously you can reach out to our support. This is a lovely template. I love it. One of my favorites actually I've seen recently because it's just very minimal and I love the arrows really putting into that focal points on the page. If you use it, please do drop us an email. We'd love to see it in your business, and we'll see you in the next Clubhouse video.